The land of Ash. Is it called Ash? The twins. That's what it's called, isn't it? What's Quentin up to? I always thought he was quite interesting at the beginning. That fella, the barman. But we're going back there, I think. Carrying on with this. Getting used to some. Oh yeah, I'm right at it. I think. I no looking on the internet. Not that it's hard to find these things. It used to be hard to find in some of them. Final Fantasy 12. Part of the fun of it, isn't it? Finding where the hunts are. But anyway, let's go do something quickly. Alright, best take that out. That's not what I want to be doing. Oh, very ready. Too ready, if anything. Jill's here. What have we got? So ready, there's not even any music. Go back here. I've done virtually the entirety of this stream, virtually the entirety of this Final Fantasy playthrough. You know, enjoy doing that, but might have had a different experience not doing that. Certainly would have taken more time. It's got crap in it, but it's also it could have been a lot worse. I don't know. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been. I never played 15, but you know, people weren't too keen on that, from what I gather. It's got an excellent pianist in it. This it does have some good tunes. Nottingham Forest consider official complaint. Oh! Bloody, Yeah, I tried the, that's one thing I did offline, is I tried the, whatever they're called, monoliths, the Phoenix one. I got to like level 2, but it doesn't save, you know. So impatient, Jill. If it is what I think it is, I might just change some things around here. I said before, the levels don't matter on this game. That's the trouble. They do. They put your strength and spirit and will up, so they do matter. Not used hardly any of these things though, because you're always just using the berserk ring. Balmut's abilities are quite daft. I do use that. I probably should be still using it. The Phoenix one. I've always chosen it because it. Oh, that's not very good. Increases your energy, rather. It heals you. But it doesn't. Or it does a minuscule amount. It heals you the amount of your unfilled in bar, which can vary greatly. If you try to look at it, you think you have no clue. And you've not got time to be looking at that. Yeah, that's the best thing, I think. Clive is all ready, he is. Jill still not found her glove. You could put, oh, not even lit yet. Right. Shenanigans. See, no wandering about the base this time at the beginning. Even though it says that's what we're supposed to do. This is the first of these. Alien treasure chest. So we're going to the futuristic type white alien place. That's where all the end game stuff will occur. For a bit of a change of scene, you need that, don't you? We've got to go desert. We've not had ice actually. We've not, but maybe we go to ice next. There he is. Might be difficult. It's like the red dragon. Svarog. Well. Found
this beast isn't to be trifled with.
You want to be dodging that? Or shooting Sullivan maybe, if I wasn't in this ridiculous. Throwing your balls at me. Right, shit, that took loads of them. Right, stop fucking around. Yeah, I've got nothing. I can't afford for this guy to hit me at all. Might even have to come back here. What is he, level 50? What level am I like? 40 something. Heal me, Jill. And dog. I've heard Torgal. Yeah. We're going to our one can only hope he's gonna, when he gets staggered, he gets staggered for like forever. I don't think he will though. It's alright, I'm getting up. What? Of course, there's no game over music in this game. Who do you think you are? Who do you think this is? A Final Fantasy game where the game over music is like kind of sad version of the title theme, and then it blends into it. Like, I don't know, other 15 of them. Who do you think you are? There's no game over music for you. See, first playthrough it is, these things. And hang on a sec, I thought I had one of these. Upon KO, automatically restores all Well, so you have to use it then. It's not like you just have it in your inventory. What level am I as well? Probably not good enough to... 41! And he's level 50.
We're not alone.
Yeah, I think I might come back then. Far out,
Imperial
go
Army must have tired of their pets. But if they
Good!
won't feed them,
Good that the game has a boss hunt like that. I've been able to kill every hunt so far, you know? The X ones and everything. Need a bit of a one who you find and he twats you. I don't think I'm as close to the end as I thought. We've got some more. I could think of the word for it. Spring cleaning. Well, that's not housekeeping.
too slow.
Very interesting, that, isn't it? To look at. Rather unfortunately placed 2 there. Oh, good, we need that. Yeah, we can't survive that fight. It's too hard. So hard. We'll see what old Winston has to say.
Did you see that?
I did. Nectar. Let's see, it's the last. Once we know where he is. Svarog.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention.
Not
How does he
Quinton.
always manage to arrive at
The
just the
one
right moment?
place I'm actually interested
Luck, I
in.
suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
The
Let's see.
realm.
Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos.
Yeah, somebody blew up
And the
their big
skies are still the
crystal
colour of a kick in the
depository.
kidneys 2 days on. So,
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the
Bloody
bleeding
they
skies
acknowledge it.
part. But you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Ah,
Thank
very
you, Otto.
good. Could he join this bloody team? That'd be good.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred.
Yeah, it's very poetic.
I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie
Yeah, what have you
broken.
been doing, Felix?
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
It's a spell in the first Final Fantasy game done by the end boss.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago,
Everyone
as I
can
lay
learn it in
buried
Final
beneath
Fantasy
the rubble
6.
of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there.
That's the first one you usually
The fact
get.
Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
Pianist is
I've
being
encountered that
experimental
thing
here.
several times now.
He's
If
got
it
sick
or
of his
he,
old...
as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I
There's a
feel
lot
my
of
strength
plot in
wane.
this. I thought this was just going to be
And though the
side
Phoenix's
quests.
flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav.
Oh, yeah.
There's an army
He's
of Akash at the
preparing
gates
for
of Canberra.
Newcastle Liverpool match. Gav died. Has he?
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree.
Well, there we are. Finally,
But
we get.
thanks to her ministrations,
Got a
I
full
feel I may
party.
safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separate.
All right.
Some proper
Come
fan
together.
fancy music, man.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Back again?
We'll come back to that dragon. The
How may I help
realm,
you today?
Vivian.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Oh, look, he is in the thing. Good.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Maybe you can actually do something.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome.
I don't like moving on and not finishing all the hunts, I have to say. Oh, we can get those. South T-ball. I always have to look at it twice. Fetch me my brain medicine. South of Tabor. Oh fuck. All these things to do now.
Seems the hideaway's lost
Blasted.
its...
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right?
Carrot.
Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right?
Cacto.
Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly.
We've got to change the
And I would
music.
be only too happy to lend you a hand.
Excuse me, man.
So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T.
She doesn't look
Only,
a day over
turns out
32.
skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that.
Yeah,
Lest
okay.
we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
One line too many with some of these side quests. Let's have something more cheerful in the... The sound of silence. I think that's the one that it's supposed to be on. Keep it on this one.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to
You've
teach
not
the little
seen
ones
Mid
about
for a
weight,
bit?
and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu.
Probably
Delightful.
killing that bloody
The
dragon.
descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North
Purple
Reach coast.
dragon's liver.
I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Wait your turn. Fucking get.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. One can only speculate as to why fried mortress of skyworm might have fallen out of favor. Perhaps the rampant popularity of the dish led to a decline in the blueback wyvern population. Or perhaps fashion is to blame. A sprig of cheerful yellow drake's mint pinned to the lapel was once quite the statement among Sandbrequ's fashion-conscious nobility. Regardless, the only place you'll now find both herb and dragon is on the coast near Northreach.
That's good to know.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
There's no chance they're going to give us a fanfare here. Oh, no.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
There's one more. What bird is it today?
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
What am I gonna do?
It's not Samwise Gamtully.
But no more.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Ooh, a Lesky Van
I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle.
Who's that?
I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
You? Greetings.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that.
Bandits?
I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin
More
or two, aye,
bandits?
but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing.
I don't want to just complain,
Never give
but
your tongue a lashing,
you
though,
know,
would she?
There's quite a few annoying characters in this game.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Greetings if you're still there, person watching. What on earth are you doing here? Anyways. Speak with the children in the atrium. We shall do that first. See if we've got any emails from Meg Ryan. Oh, what's this? Yeah, thanks for killing those bandits. That's nice. His uncle, he's disappeared. Bandits! There's bandits all over the place.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Rutherford. So I'll stare at this wall for a moment. We got that Guardian Scar for killing bandits. Now we have to kill more bandits. Balcony, it's always here. Exclamation mark. I thought you'd left, mate. People always come in when it's the wandering around the boring base bit. There'll be much excitement in a minute. Well, don't you want to stick around and see what the children have to say in the atrium? Come on, man. This is why we get these games, you know, these fantasy adventures. High stakes. Oh, Sid, I didn't realise it were you. I'll be good, teacher at school. Oh, it's the horny woman. What did she say today?
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another. Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him.
But he has a happy time at the
What do you reckon
hideaway.
we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all striped. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
Striped? These urchins up to.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
It's that mid causing
Well,
trouble
then your
again.
work is already half
With
done.
a ridiculousness.
Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Right, here we go. We're gonna get rid of this scales bit, and
All right.
then we're on doing things.
Everything
Quinton,
here
there's
is
a
once
there's a
part
war
of Miss
going
Mididol's
on.
Scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be.
Important
You already know
lessons.
one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
I should pay attention, actually. They're going to ask me to do it in a minute, aren't they? There we are. What else should I inspect? The arm.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
Scales lessons. Very
Like a
important
chocobo
in Final
wing.
Fantasy 16.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
The arm holds.
These
things.
round parts are called the pans. You all know
I
what
know
pan
how
is,
a
don't you?
scale works,
I do.
Clive.
Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff.
That's sausages to
What if
you
I wanted to weigh
non-UK
boots?
residents.
I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Nobody calls
Probably
them fucking
not.
bangers.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
The gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have.
We do live
Miss
on a
Mididol's
on a
dungeon
ship.
is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move, and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see?
I'm
Not
glad,
so
I'm
difficult.
glad more people are joining to watch the scale lessons of Final Fantasy
So,
16.
Now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
High adventure.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms.
They're not even
Or
doing
wings,
it. They're not
if
even
you're a
going to get
chocobo.
us to do it.
And
They
then
do it
the
themselves.
arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Yeah, all finished.
Yes! We did
Try
it!
it yourself. At
Well,
home.
with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's
Sid,
right.
that town's
We're Miss
been
Middledor's
killed
hairs.
by that
Her hairs.
garrison of soldiers. Do you remember
Yeah.
that you're supposed to be
Hairs
doing?
for the
Oh,
future.
sorry, I was
She's
fixing
showing us her
scales.
secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Middledol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
You know what, though? I was complaining that every side quest was miserable and
We
vile.
never used the cogwheel.
That's a little bit of
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
cheerfulness,
Do
I
you?
suppose. Levity. Ooh, a mystery. Maybe we got the scales wrong. Still not over the scales quest. We have to
Will
talk
we
about
ever
it.
see the
with,
sun again?
Who's this spy? Torval.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or
And by the way,
parts of them at least.
we think
They
you're a
dismantled them to
groomer
see
and
how
you're
they
fired.
worked.
Oh,
Why not?
no, Mid will have my head.
We're gonna
Thankfully
burn all
she
these
won't.
books in here.
This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are.
You've
shall
got to
see
buy
that
your
the
own
children are
candles
properly
from now
punished.
on. We can't
Please,
be
there's no
wasting
need.
precious
It seemed to
government
have
money
taken the
on
three of them
things
under her
like
wing.
education.
She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her
In
father's.
fact, I spent
see.
half a day telling three
Sid,
children, well-behaved
Do you know why
children,
Mid has been
how to
spending
use
so
a
much
scale.
time at the hideaway of late?
You're overpaid.
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
That's sarcasm, ladies
that
and
not
gentlemen.
true?
I believe
No,
I say those things
it
because I
isn't.
don't believe them. You see?
The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room, and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else, it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should
Are you
come
trying
as
to
no
tell me you're not
surprise.
fascinated with this?
She's only
with
ever
these
cared
dots?
about bringing
Well,
people
that's how
hope.
it is. It's the nature of the
The
beast.
very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
No fanfare at the end. I've been saying this for days, but I've been conditioned. It's like Pavlov not ringing his bell, or after so many years. Right, we actually got. Well, you know, it wasn't that bad. You need these things. You need these silly little quests. Gives me something to complain about, doesn't it? Oh, it's Charon. Charon. You got out else? Lady Charon.
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
Fucking, I'm just trying to have a cig here, Clive.
Both in and out of the hideaway?
I've pointed out, if she is from Manchester, she would not find this weather foul.
Wait.
She would think it's reasonable day.
What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh.
No.
And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
There's certainly enough bandits to sell weapons to. Come up with something else, Final Fantasy 16.
Is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocence, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You know what,
You're right, Lady Charon.
Lady Charon.
I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt
You've got a very one-dimensional character.
It was.
So,
No.
Get over
I
yourself.
reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
World building, you see. Oh, that was the end of that. Well, it's pretty Goetz, wasn't it? This person. They will be out
I
of this
spoke
soon.
with Lady Charon.
Doing things.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth.
You are a fool,
Along with some other
Clive.
things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in
Would
her
you like to know
past,
about scales,
she
Goetz?
says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
Projection.
No.
Slander.
It's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise?
Look at the
spreading
leather
these
bags.
rumors means
They're
Charon Hill.
very
Oh.
proud of their leather
Right.
graphics on this game.
But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Right, we're all good. We shall head to the north. No, we'll do them. Smooth like butter. Just make sure we've got all our things.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up what thought you knew better than to put stock in unfounded gossip. What with all the colourful tales attached to your name? Coin purse weighing you down? Go
I
again.
think I can find
Or
a
don't.
buyer.
I'm not much bothered either way.
Right. a choice. We don't have a bloody choice. After picking up all those side quests. That's no good. Right, well, fucking bit of story, whether we like it or not. I don't think it's going to be the end of the game. It doesn't do that, this game. It doesn't, like, make you go to a quest and then you can't go, you know. Joshua's with us now. There he is. Joshua. Felix himself. Jill still hasn't found her glove. One glove Jill, they call her. Right, we'll do this one. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
That's not a nice
You're
thing
right.
to say to Torgal.
I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Pianist doing his work again. Wild Nat.
Time to fight.
Still using Garuda. I like it. It gives you diversity to jump in the air and such. I'm using Balmut because we basically just got it the last time, and it's alright. Not a bit silly. Right,
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
This bit. It's a cat with big shoulders. Whoa. Calm down, Clive. Shit.
Nice try.
Waiting. Oh, what? I'm not used to the old. Just walking up. Get to the dodging again in a minute. There you go. Now what's in this treasure chest? Sharp claws? Oh, okay. Something useful. A sash. Fucking hell, that is quite a lot better. Nearly 100 better at defense, that. Shut me up, did it? That's it. Just that one thing to defeat to get it. There's more, is there? Nope. Let's have a look.
That's better.
Hold on a sec. Well, it's same place but further down. Yeah, you feel free to do something, or the players, or the people in my town. No, not that way. Not that way.
I needed that.
Not really, Clive.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
And boobs! This fellow up to nothing, probably.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme, right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion.
That's quite the tale.
Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, The old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. What do you say? Sis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
Does he shut up? No, he doesn't.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh.
Getting a coffee in a minute. Just be a minute.
You're injured.
He's a doctor, Clive.
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Bandits!
Ether flood. Up ahead.
Oh, no.
It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people.
Don't worry, dying person. Clive will sort it. We also happen. We're three gods, actually. We just so happen to be three gods, but we probably can't help you
won't
out.
stand a chance. We can't let those.
We had a fight in
monsters.
space with a dragon. You know, we can do all sorts of things, but you know, maybe he'll just leave you to die here by this rock.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Cougar.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Gonna fix that door. What's going on here? Clive and his business. Has he died, that guy? Looks like he has.
Another blood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
I'm here, Toggle. I want to go around it. Quite a few of them are here.
Good. I got here in time.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all it needs. All it needs.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
I mean, they're called Kashyyyks, these things. Wait a sec. Very misleading, these quest markers. What's pointing? Right, you know why that is? Because I've got the wrong quest prioritized.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
Not got a good record this
He was
week
right to send you.
of saving people.
Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me
It's
confused
Clive.
with someone else.
He's the most important man in the world.
Wait.
It's Clive. I know.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosness, when you killed my brothers.
Good, this is
I was
good.
there
This
in
is
Rosalie
good.
when you
Good
killed
side
my
quest.
commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Well, he wants to die, doesn't he? Oh, I don't know. No, because he might. Well, the game won't have him come back and do something later. Well, he can barely stand. We're not going to kill him.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better
Let's hope
spent in
that
service
happens.
of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic.
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid.
Good.
Someday.
I hope so. I hope we get a good weapon out of it. Or I hope there's an end sequence and you kill Sid at the end. That would be brilliant. I'd be very impressed if that happened. Do we get the stealth camouflage if we don't kill him? That wasn't an end of that, was it? Martha's Rest. That's not the one we want. Why does it keep doing this? Ah, that's the first challenge obelisk thing. I tried one of the others and failed.
Bandits may be known, but look what they've left us.
Not miserably though.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Shut it, you tart.
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Charon's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price. Be they knight
fake Charon.
or knave.
Not a knave.
Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this
Why would
Reaper
he
at
care?
work.
Why would that amuse him?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find
Evil
her
just
right here
tickle
plying
his
her
fancy.
trade most days.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers.
Lots of
Feeling
bandits.
bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's
Reaper
discovered the
of
secret of
their
how to be in two
apostate
places at
souls.
once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Charon hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Good question.
Their
I'll go
twin
and have a look.
sister.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
I've been enjoying this round of
The
side
gentleman
quests
of the town guard is strapped.
better.
What a mess.
If all of us can continue to work together in defending Dallas.
Frida.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Pretty small operation.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit
Oh,
thick.
it's the Fey man.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale.
John Malkovich in
So,
Line of Fire here.
What now?
That's up to you.
He's going to build a gun out
Die
of
a
plastic
slow death, or a quick one. Boys,
and make fun of
he's
Clint
all
Eastwood's
yours.
age.
But that sword is mine.
I knew it. Bandits. Bandits. Yeah, with the big intro.
Leave now, or we could pretend this didn't happen.
Come on, come on. Oh. Bandits.
You've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Charon's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Charon. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end
Pretty
me.
poor
You're
reconnaissance
not worth the effort.
by this operation.
Now be gone. Before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
Loose ends,
I
that's
need to
the
find
phrase.
Goots.
Not
Right
spring
now.
cleaning. Tying up loose ends.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue.
You are out, Elf?
Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goot, no.
Are we gonna get to
Enough,
Quentin?
all of you!
Oh, here she is. It'll be her son. Patrick, what are you doing out here, you fucking slag?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Don't fuck with Charon.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind.
It's a rough
but that
business
didn't
selling
stop him taking his
potions.
little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Charon.
Are you looking for something in particular? An excellent choice.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan.
They overdo it, man.
I didn't mean to make things worse.
That was the end of that
Just
quest.
thought
We don't need
I had
this.
to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye. Well, someone had to.
They overdo it every
Parents
time. It's like,
certainly
well,
didn't
that
bother with
happened,
your
didn't it? Well, it
well-being.
did happen. It did
Reckon the
happen. Well,
both of us
what
would be
lessons
worse
did we
off
learn
if I'd
from
not
it?
taken you
What
on.
happened? Oh, this
You've
happened.
always been me right.
That did happen.
And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
Now get on patient access.
There's
and
nothing
get,
he wouldn't do
get
for
me
you.
metamorphing.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well.
Get me
Till
some
then,
more tramadol.
He'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I
I
didn't
think I can
appreciate
find
that.
the buyer.
Of course.
Bit of tramadol.
His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday. Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the
Sid's
first
the
time you met
capitalist.
Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine.
Yeah, give me that
and I
sword,
soon
Charon.
started
Enough
making
about
the
this
best
bullshit.
profits I've seen since taking up the trade.
Oh,
And
intriguing
all without
backstory.
aiding or
Intriguing
abetting any
backstory, which you
outlaws.
knew from the very first time you
Except
met
Sid
him.
himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know.
Mushrooms.
Said that with them gone,
Lettuce.
the realm would want for all manner of things.
And a
An
cat.
opportunity for the likes of me to mint gill. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Trouble with your gear, or...
Oh.
What do you want?
What you want? Not had anything to do with Blackthorn for a bit.
Anything else?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Oh my God, she's got
It's
more.
that great lump. No. Coin purse weighing you down? Come again.
You think that you'd get the
I'm not
last
much bothered
Alexa thing
anyway.
Hideaway's lost its
from her only until after you'd done her quest. But you just get it anyway. Just as the game progresses. We're gonna go and see Desiree. Ask about some mid-90s soul music. Oh, look. I knew it.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Whilst we're doing side quests. Nothing about Quinton, though. Rutherford? Where's Rutherford? He's up the stairs, he is. There he is.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray.
Yeah, someone kept going around blowing up all the Mother
Subsequent
Crystals.
darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already.
Bandits.
Both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
The other one seems less important than that, the stew one. So... I keep going on about it, but Quentin was interesting from the beginning, right? When you go to Lost Wing or whatever. And then there's a bit where he literally goes, right, this is my backstory. My entire family was murdered. We're going to fight this guy who's come in with his army into Lost Wing. The music changes. He marches off with, like, you know, purpose, and you think, oh, something's going on here. And then nothing for ages. All these other little things. Oh, can you get some stew?
But there were ghosts at the gates, not Daisy.
He's waiting for his 4 brothers to turn up, probably.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
Funny looking castle, that.
To the meadows, then.
This might take a while.
And another!
Extreme lunge. I've got in the habit of just doing the lunge
Bogoti
quite a
said
lot.
I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby.
That's part of a
Bright
combo,
blue
though.
dragons and
You know,
bright yellow flowers.
not a complete barbarian.
Should be easy enough to spot.
No.
Now that is heady. This must be the Drake's Mint. That just leaves the Skyworm.
Probably in. There it is.
This must be our Wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with.
Very good.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
That's where he is, look. Clive. Tells you.
It seems the hideaway has lost its...
This new tune I've bought or got from that thing. What's this? Oh. Doesn't really fit, does it? Well, let's have it anyway.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
Have the battle
I
theme
did,
whilst
and he was as
preparing
helpful as
stew.
ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb.
Purple
known as
dragon's
Saint's
liver.
bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs
Oi,
of
me
yore knew
sandy
what they were on about.
trousers.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de
It's
force.
alright.
A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
It seems the hideaway is...
Been a while since we had this one.
Did you see the pair that got...
Rutherford! That's where we're going next. We've got that dragon, of course. Now we've got much higher defense, like at least 10 plus. Might be doable. It won't, like, destroy me every time he hits me. Nectar the Bold. Oh yeah, we've got this one. Tabor, eh? It's the wrong button. We're a long way off Odin, it would appear.
It's not going to be easy
I've
finding
got to
one
stop
man
putting
in
that
an
in the
entire
titles of
republic.
these.
Let's hope someone here's seen something.
It's just scandalous, isn't it? I always forget. What did he say it was south of? Well, we've got to go there. That's a shop. Oh, if it's a shop, let's fucking go there, to be honest with you. It probably is there, where that hunt is as well. Left is cleft, or late is cleft. The vaults, well, that's where that is. See what his uncle's up to. Can't check how many potions you've got until you leave the city, though. Because
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Bandits!
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
The Republic.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but
He did all that with his sword.
these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I
One
was
of
sent
them
here
got
to
lost
observe the
on an
situation.
island.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago. When I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries,
I have a
his
frog
men
in my throat.
confiscated my effects and locked me in a
This
cell.
morning.
The captain is no more. And his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it.
Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Resourceful man.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
I'm gonna head to that shop first, I think. Because I think the hunt's just past that bit. Turn around, Clive. Where'd we go? Oh, fuck that. I just can't even get down there. Come here. Goodness for that. this guy again. Still say the same thing.
I do. Where are you off to now then?
Oh, he can do that too, can he? Oh, I think you've escaped, Nat. Or Anna.
We're not alone.
Let's have a look, see if we can't do something here. Yeah, that's what I should wait for, really.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
Thanks.
There are 3 places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor. Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Are you buying or selling? Of course. Take care.
I doubt this will be a very long, unable to do rest of the side quest bit. So we'll do it. Is there not a housing crisis? Look at this big abode. You know, he said she's like Clive. She does kind of look like Clive. It won't be his sister. She could.
My
do
Lord
that.
Marquis, it is an honor.
Like half
I
sister.
am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Had enough excitement for today.
Your Grace.
We've had scales.
It is as you feared.
Recipes for food.
The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Barnabas Tharm. Ooh. Wow. The Legion of Doom.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the
This
council.
fella.
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
Oh dear.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
He's not gonna just
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures.
that you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which
That's one way of
Mythos is
putting it.
inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
But what about the scales? Did we fix the scales? Make the pie.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Ah, finally.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tu isag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But
They're all
it is
gonna
my
die.
duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Big lantern, that.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Not gonna do anything so interesting, I'm afraid. We're gonna go and search for his uncle. Oh, fuck. Shouldn't have walked forward. Oh, this is his uncle, maybe.
Cyril.
Oh, it's Cyril. It's Cyril, everybody.
How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Oh, a phoenix down.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Bandits.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Carava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin,
got
and
quite
I will
the side
share with you the
parting, this
bounty of our
gentleman.
combined labors.
Yeah, we'll do it.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
No, we're not going to do any of that. Oh, there's another one. We're going to go back here and finish off that one.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like he's 60 yards in front of you, Clive. Straight-laced gent.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not.
Bandits!
I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis?
Being
Yes.
born in a stable
Yes, she
doesn't
is.
make one a horse.
The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits.
They looked more like field
Bandits.
hands, but
Clive.
it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
You'll never find them, he says.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Blew him in the face. You can't abide that.
Wait for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks,
More
traveller.
bandits. Final Fantasy 16.
This looks to be all of them.
I wouldn't believe it.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's
No
just
big
Clive.
fight in this
and I'm fine.
this one, it would appear.
Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the
As long
garrison
as
wouldn't
I've had
intervene in such a
Weetabix,
brazen
I know
attack so
I'll
close
stay
to their
alive.
gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
I recognize his voice.
They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
We've got two healers with us.
I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first.
If we're going to be pedantic about it.
Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose you'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
I look forward to your letter, Rutherford. I shall read it in my pirate
has
ship
his work cut out for him.
hideout.
If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. Better already.
Anything catch your eye? There you go. What are you after? A fair trade. Is that everything? A fair trade. I wanted one of those. A fair trade. Is that everything? Take care out there, eh?
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
Look fine to me.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Fuck's sake, let's just go in the front door. We can make it there.
Let's go and see Rutherford. Tell him his friend's all right.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Just gonna check the hunt board, and I think I'll do that hunt.
because not really had a fight really in this section of the adventure.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
He's always surprised, that guy. Tabor is where it is.
Clive. What is it that you wish to learn? Here you are.
I wish to
Here's the latest
get
information
your
I
thing
have.
off you. Oh, it will be about,
Very good.
what was he called? Terrence or something? Anyway, we're killing that thing.
Did you see the
What did I say? We've got a letter. We got Charon's story, basically. Pick this one up for next time.
You have my thanks. Without your medicines and your wisdom, Tabor would be but a shadow of itself.
It is the least we can do in return for your generous hospitality, my lord.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why? Not so very.
And it seems like a good spot to leave it here. Let's check up this ladder. Never know what could be at the top of this ladder. Bandits.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you, madam?
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dad.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't
It's
like
fine.
Nor do I, dearie.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
How are those new boots treating you?
You!
Yeah.
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
What do you want, Rob Reiner?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
I'll have what he's having.
How are
Rob
those new
Reiner.
Street?
I've got to go and buy some cigs. He wouldn't like that.
So it's these stones to Canva and the rest of them.
Yeah, I might leave it there anyway.